Coach, how encouraged have you been by the first week and a half or so from your group?
I think it's going good. We've got a couple veterans out there with Stephen Jenkins and Donnie Baggs, and I think those guys are doing a good job of leading and setting the tempo every day. Got a great group of young guys that haven't been here. Tommy Sanders is still relatively new, and he's shown some really good flashes for us out there. And after that, it's really just kind of sorting out all the freshmen. Been real encouraged with the three guys that came in June, Jordan Master, Giovanni, Darian Claiborne, and Sean Washington. Those guys have really jumped out, and it's just a matter of putting all those pieces together. And like I say, it's a puzzle right now, but encouraged, like I say, with the older guys, and we just got to keep bringing it every day.
How much better is life with Stephen Jenkins? You didn't have him in the spring.
It's a lot better. And that's what I kept telling myself in the spring. We've got a returning starter that's played a lot of football and been very productive. And Stephen's the type of guy that doesn't say a whole lot, really leads by example. And the thing that I'm trying to get him to do is to talk more, because these guys certainly respect his game and the fact that he's a senior and he's been through a lot of the ups and downs, and so that's a part of the game I like to see him give a little bit more of himself. But it's great having him out there. Again, he's a very, very productive linebacker, and he certainly knows the system, and we're going to put him in a lot of positions where he can make some plays for us.
Is there concern at all replacing the strength and physicality of something like Sean Porter and Jonathan Stewart there? I mean, it seems like depth is all there this year, but you tell me, what's one of the biggest concerns?
Well, the fact that again, those guys played a lot of football, and we're two of the leaders on defense. I don't think you can just overnight replace those guys. We've got more bodies. We've got more pieces to maybe fill in that depth with, but it's a concern. I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't, but I was told a long time ago, worry about the things you can control, and I don't think those guys are coming back with any eligibility. So, we go out there every day, and it's really trying to bring those young guys along. And like I said, I've seen some great flashes from them, and there's going to be growing pains. That's just part of dealing with young guys. But we're trying to reduce those mental errors. Those guys are all working hard, and like I say, we're just trying to sort out those pieces right now.
You look at a guy like Donnie Baggs. I know some had mentioned the spring that he maybe kind of showed some leadership qualities. What and how has he progressed in that regard? And then also on the field, what kind of progress seen him from the offseason to now?
Donnie, I think, came in great shape, and obviously Coach Jackson does a great job with all of our guys. We're able to go out there and seem like we can run all day. Guys are have got their legs, their stamina. Certainly going against our offense forces you to run a lot. With Donnie, like I said, I think he's put on some good weight. He's added some muscle. He continues to be very vocal for us out there. We're leaning on him as the vocal guy right now because, again, Stephen doesn't talk a whole lot. The other thing that Donnie does is he really knows every linebacker position out there. He hasn't played a lot of Sam, but the Mike, the Will, and the Jack position in our subgroups, he knows all those. So he can be out there most of the time for us, and he has been. And that's the thing that he's brought to the table. Still just need to bring little pieces of his game. Still like to have him, you can always, in my book, be a little bit more physical, and sometimes that's hidden out there when you're going against an offense that likes to spread the field. And I've been pleased with the short yardage situations that we've worked and so forth. And I'm encouraged that he's going to have a big year for us.
How many freshmen do you think you'll play? How many freshmen do you think you'll play this year at linebacker?
It still remains to be seen. I mean, I feel really good about all five guys. I think the thing that's jumped out to me are the three that just came in June have jumped out more in this first week and a half than the guys that were here in the spring. And that's not a knock on Reggie or Brett. I think Jordan and Darian and Sean have brought some juice to the position. Those guys can all run. They all bring a little different element to the game. So it's too early to say right now, but handful. I mean, I could see 3, 4, maybe all 5 of them playing. A lot depends on the guys in front of them too. And you knock on wood that nobody goes down with an injury, but we're prepping all those guys in backup roles to be able to step up, and if their number's called, they need to perform.
Where has Nate Askew made the most progress, and where does he need to continue to?
Nate's still just kind of feeling his way. I mean, he's learned, a certain package for us. It's one of those sub packages, and we've asked him to really get good at you know, a couple of things, and now we're trying to expand his game. We're trying to put him in more base, you know, base defensive looks, trying to get him to step up and maybe play a little bit more traditional linebacker, and that's, you know, that's new for him. You know, so I think every day is a learning day, and he's certainly very willing. You know, so we'll kind of see how it pans out. You know, if it ends up just being kind of a sub-package thing for us, I think he can still, you know, give us a little bit of an edge when we go to that. And if he can expand his role and be out there more, then we're going to use him.
It seems pretty clear you see him contributing this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'd be very disappointed if he doesn't contribute to our defense.
You tell what it's like to work with Mark and what makes his defense different.
The thing that's unique about Coach Snyder is I've never been around a coordinator that installs his whole defense at such a fast pace, and there's a method to the madness. You know, we pretty much put everything in a matter of 3 or 4 days, and then it's, you know, see what sticks. You know, and certainly most of it sticks with the older guys. The other thing that I really like about Mark is every practice is game day, especially when we go to our 7-on-7 skelly periods and our team periods. Nothing scripted. It's all based on what the offense is putting out there, and it's great training for him. And so for me to sit back and watch him operate, he's getting a feel for what our offense does. Now we might say, hey, these 5 plays will be in base, next 5 in penny, but the calls themselves are in a game-like setting. And I've learned a lot from him, and just watching him perform day in and day out. It's been a lot of fun.